Well, welcome to the R2DaJ podcast. Today we have a special guest. We have Claudia, Mother Nature in the house.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. I know we've talked about being here, doing this for a while, but it gets busy. Everybody gets busy, very busy. But I did want to get you here to talk about a little bit about yourself. I know for a while there you were I don't know if you still are. You're an inspiring singer.
Yeah.
And are you still doing that? Are you still looking forward to do that?
Well, yeah. I mean, right now I'm still writing music. What I want to eventually do is be able to get my own studio equipment, do my own beats. I still write. I still sing. I just haven't really had time to go to the studio, being a mom and stuff. So, but yeah, really trying to get my own setup so I can go ahead and do it on my own.
Yeah. So you're gonna try to do like a studio? Are you gonna get your own studio, or where are you gonna do that at?
Right now, just where I'm at.
Yeah.
Get my own studio equipment. I mean, it's not really much to it. A lot of people think it's like a big old board with a whole bunch of buttons and stuff. No, really, you just need a computer, the program, maybe the keyboard and stuff, and
a little
you're
spot.
good. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. For real, maybe who knows if those things are portable, and if you want to shoot it here, you can come use this spot. You know what I mean?
See, I mean, it's a nice little spot.
Yeah. I do need to put some what I call some soundproofing boards and stuff just to help out with the echo.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah, that's why I end up getting these the carpet.
Yeah.
Because that way, if we move around there, it won't transfer over to the mic.
Yeah, it's people scooting back, and it's like skirt.
Yeah.
It's no.
So what made you want to be a singer?
Since I was really young, really I was maybe 4 or 5 when I noticed it. My godmother has a granddaughter. She's the same age as me and everything. And I'd be listening to my head, and I would listen to music, and I'm like, all right, you're gonna sing this and I'm gonna sing this, and she's like, what? I'm like, no, trust me, it's gonna sound good.
Yeah.
But since then, I always knew I wanted to sing, I wanted to make my own music, express myself per se.
Yeah.
But it's just something I've always wanted to do.
Yeah, and you did put some videos up there on YouTube, right? I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a few. I have one that's mine. It's called Reminisce. I wrote that one back, it's 2012, I want to say. But it didn't actually come out till 2017.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, that was when I first put out my first video. But before that, it was a lot of collabs, with Rolling Green and Lalo Towers.
Yeah.
Anybody from Paper Stack, really, I would do hooks or do a verse here and there.
Yeah.
So that's really how I got started off, recording is through Rolling Green.
Okay. Well, I'll go ahead and I'll find that video and I'll go ahead and link it up so that way people so they could check it out. Now, you said how many songs have you written so far, you think? And what kind of songs? This is more romantic?
Yeah,
type of music?
believe it or not, I like writing more stuff that's happened to me. I have one that's in Spanish that's about my ex-husband.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I married him, to help him out, because he was Hispanic.
Yeah.
He's not American. So just the hurt that came behind it, it was kind of therapy, being able to write about it and put it out in music, and other people relate to it. A lot of people are oh my gosh, that's really, really good. I'm I know, huh?
Yeah, the lyrics are good, the voice is good,
Oh,
and
yeah.
you can rhyme it well as well too, and what you're saying as well too, the words generally.
And the fact that it's in Spanish too, everybody's man, that sounds really good. I'm thanks.
Yeah. In reality, I didn't even know you speak Spanish. Do you speak Spanish like
Yeah,
legit?
fluently.
Okay, fluently.
Yeah, I read, write, and I speak Spanish. My dad, he's Hispanic, he's Mexican. He did not know a lick of English besides "Sanababish" and "the fuck are you?"
See, you always gotta learn the bad words in the other language, pretty much.
Exactly. But that's all he knew. He would not learn English other than that. And I mean, it was funny because everybody's oh, you speak really good English. I'm yeah, I speak really good Spanish too. I didn't learn English till I started school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And what's some of the songs names that you're working on right now?
Ooh, I don't think I really have names for them yet. The one that's in Spanish, I think I just put en el contrato, because it was pretty much a contract, you know what I mean? And it's falling for love that really wasn't real, and I think sometimes people look at it if something's not meant to be, or when you're not supposed to do something, it's a sin.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of what the song's about. It's falling in love and thinking that it's something that's not.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, because I know I had my friend Justin here. I think he did a couple of songs as well too. I think you
Oh,
know
yeah?
Justin as well too, right?
I knew he did movies.
Yeah, he
Because
did.
I've seen a couple of ones that he's actually been in and stuff.
Yeah, I was there in his premiere that he had for his show Egress.
Yeah.
I was there, and actually met my other friend Fito too. So
Yeah.
that's why I reached out to him if he wanted to be here on
Yeah.
the podcast, and he luckily he was able to come and do it.
Yeah.
So that
It's
was
good to
pretty
have different people from different walks of life.
because and especially here in Southeast Texas,
Yeah.
you know, I mean, just everybody thinks that you know what's to do around here. You know, it's pretty much
Nothing.
a little bit true, but then also too, I mean, since we're here, we might as well make the best of it.
Yeah.
You know?
It's good to see people from this area actually like progress and do something with their lives too. You know what I mean? Because I think a lot of people are like, oh, what do you do in Southeast Texas? Oh, we work at the plants. Like, that's what we do.
Yeah. And that's one thing Justin was talking about, that he wanted to try to bring some like maybe the movies studio around here, just start little, of course, and then eventually build up from there, because you never know what could happen.
Yeah, and believe it or not, like this area is a lot different from a lot of the U.S. Like I'm from El Paso, and so when I first moved out here, it was like a big old culture shock. Like huge.
Oh, trust me too. Over here too. When I used to live in San Francisco.
Yeah.
So that was a big culture shock.
Yeah.
It was just...
the way people are is different.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I guess it's the history that comes behind it, maybe. But yeah, it's different.
Yeah. So here's a funny story. So when me and my brother, when we first moved over here, we came here at night, right?
Yeah.
So my uncle picked us up from the airport, Houston airport. We came up, driving up to the Port Arthur. And we started, oh, look, the city. We see all the lights and stuff like that. Ganked. It was all light. It was the refinery lights. They're like, what
you got all
heck?
excited. You're like, woo, it's pretty out
the
here.
city, yeah. Look how big it is.
And you wake up in the morning, you're like, this bullshit.
Yeah. What's it smell?
Why does it stink like that?
Yeah. But I want to say over here, it's probably what I like this trying to do now. Like, I think more festivals. Like they had the Asian Festival this past weekend.
Yeah. Dude, it was actually really big. I was surprised because usually they just do it right there on 9th Avenue in the businesses.
Yeah.
So like when I was like looking at people's snaps or like their stories, I was like, dude, they did it big this year. Like that's neat.
Yeah, my son told me, he went to it and he said it's really packed over here. It's like, well, I wish I could go, but I was over here digging this trench over here.
I was working, man.
Yeah, I know. But oh well, I gotta do what I gotta do,
Getting your gains.
Yeah, pretty much. Don't have to go to the gym for a while. We're gonna be busy doing that, so can't really complain about that.
Yeah.
So also, when do you think you're gonna have the studio ready? You think for you recording?
My goal is hopefully starting next year, I'll be able to start off doing my music on my own. I've been writing it, as far as like the lyrics and being able to record at a different studio and stuff, but I want to start school in August.
Oh, okay.
Yay.
Where you're
to Port Arthur. Yeah, Lamar Port Arthur.
And where are you going for school for?
Music engineering.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, commercial music engineering.
Okay.
Like, I'm really excited because I've always wanted to make my own beats. Because, like I said, I hear the beats in my head, but trying to explain to somebody, oh, this is what I want it to sound like, they're like, what? Like, they don't get it.
Yeah.
So I think it'll be easier, like, for me to be able to make the beats myself. Like, I'm already really good with like the tones and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I taught myself kind of like how to like pluck at the piano and be able to play a song that I like. So I think it'll be really easy once I get the hang of like the studio and the equipment and how to work the program. Like it'll be a lot easier.
Yeah.
So, beginning of next year, fingers crossed.
Yeah. But just keep on.
I'll be hearing a lot more.
Get the equipment and just practice on it, stay on it.
Yeah.
You could even just YouTube and shit, just something like that.
Like we were talking earlier, like, hey, practice makes perfect. You gotta consistently do it. You're not gonna be perfect at it, like
pretty
the first
much,
day.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because back in the past, I used to like to draw.
Yeah.
And I was a decent drawer when I was young, but if I would kept on doing that, I probably would have got really good right now. But
you'd be an artiste.
Yeah. But lately, I was like, I always lose interest. Even I start for a while, and then I just lose interest. I
think life hits us too, and it's kind of like, well, you got other stuff comes up, and it's a little more important, and it's like, well, that's more like a hobby.
Yeah, pretty much. You know what I mean? And sometimes you just you just lose, like you said, you just lose interest.
Yeah.
So I guess you gotta find something that you really want to do, you're passionate about, especially as a hobby. You know, you just want to do it as a hobby.
Yeah.
You're not worried about making money, but you're just doing it just to have a good time.
Yeah, that's kind of how I went with like the music. Everybody's like, you want to make it big? Like, it's not really a thing of like making it big or like getting money out of it. Like, I really just love doing it. I've always been passionate about it, you know? Like, even if it doesn't make me money, like at the end of the day, like as long as I have something that like people always be like, oh, you remember this song? Like, or they relate to it.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it's about. Like, being able to like lift somebody up. And
and that's another reason like I started this podcast for as well too, just to kind of throw myself out there, because I'm, you know, originally I'm really shy as a person, but then once you get to know me, I kind of could be out there.
Yeah.
But then I believe as well too, if I could help out with the community, maybe use it the podcast as a platform for other people and see to help them out. And it will help me out as well too. You know?
It gives people like a little eye opener of this area.
I might encourage somebody to pursue their dreams.
Yeah,
you know, it's like, oh, this guy started a podcast. Well, let me go ahead and start my own podcast, or let me open up another restaurant, or whatever they want to do.
It gives people that hope that they don't have to like revert to what everybody else is doing. They can do their own thing and still be successful. Yeah.
You always gotta have a hobby, I want to say, and some goals. I think you always gotta have goals, even when you're like 60, 70. I think you always gotta have a goal, just because.
Dude, if I'm 60 and I have a goal, I got a problem, man. I just want to be on my back porch, just.
I want to say goals, like I don't know. Okay, let's say learning. You always gonna want to learn something.
Oh yeah, for sure. It helps with Alzheimer's too.
Yeah, because it helps you to progress. Yeah, you know? And the way I see it is that if once you stop growing, you know, that's when you stop dying.
You start dying.
Yeah, pretty much. So like you know, I pretty much, even when I'm in my deathbed, I'm gonna continue to just try to grow. You know what I mean?
Dude, I can see you on your deathbed, just crossword puzzles.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Or Sudoku, something like that.
Yeah, Sudoku's like my shit, dude.
I haven't played that for a while, but yeah, that shit could be fun.
Yeah, for sure. It keeps your mind stimulated.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so the next question I was going to ask you, dating relationship stuff. I'm going to actually ask you the same question that I asked my friend Diana and Judy.
Okay.
Let me put that up right quick.
Sounds like a plan. Oh, dating life.
Let's see. Hold on.
One moment, please.
A little technical difficulties right now.
Ah, you just got to scroll all the way back and find it again. It's cool, man. I'm here for it.
Okay, here we go. First question is, how do you feel the dating scene in Southeast Texas?
Shitbowl.
Yeah, shitbowl.
Well, because everybody here knows each other. So, like, if it doesn't work out with one person, like, you'll go to somebody else. And they done had, like, 3 or 4 other previous girlfriends. So, like, yeah, it's like everybody just dating other people, and it's like the same usual people. Yeah,
especially being in like a smaller community where almost everybody knows everybody.
Yeah, and it's like kind of hard too, because like, for instance, me, like I don't like, everybody's like, oh, I've dated her, oh, she's nasty, da-da-da. I'm like, y'all don't even know me. Like, leave me alone.
Yeah, even if you go to Beaumont, I guess. Yeah. Like I don't go to Beaumont all the time, but I could imagine it's probably the same thing there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know if people from here go up there, date girls from up there, or guys or whatever, just to get away from PA, I guess.
Yeah, like the same normal people.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because it's like, you see the same people. Everybody's friends with everybody. Even like some people, like I'll add them or they add me, and like I'll see them around. I'm like, oh, I know you from Facebook, or I know you from Insta. You're like, yeah, everybody just knows everybody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Which is funny. Here's a story here. I like telling little stories every once in a while. It's okay. So when I was in Birmingham, talked to this one chick. She was a nurse. Yeah.
Did you have her check your heartbeat?
Always. But I call it, look, me and her talked for a while, and she was going to move to Florida, and I was going to move back to Texas, so it was going to work out.
Yeah.
So we're just hanging out just to have fun, you know what I mean? Have a good time. So, you know, then we stopped talking. Then I go hiking, whatever. I meet this other girl over there, you know. We started talking to her over there. And with this girl here, she always like to put, be on Facebook Live.
Yeah.
Even when we go hike, she'll, you know,
be on live all the time.
Yeah, it's like, come on now, you're trying to be in the moment, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's one thing, kind of like, ugh. But it's funny, the next day, after that, she told me, hey, do you know such and such? Like, yeah, why? Well, because my friend so and so saw you, and she said, I think I know that guy. I think my sister talked to him. I'm like, what? I'm like, man, I thought Birmingham was bigger than this. It's like, what's the chances?
It's kind of crazy that like you didn't think that would happen there, and it did.
Yeah, exactly.
Is it a smaller community like here, or
no? It's probably twice the size of Beaumont.
I think you probably should have gone to the other side of town.
Found you another girl. It was. I think she lived.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I think the one girl lived like in the north side of Birmingham. The other girl lives in like in the south side. You know what I mean? So it's like.
Yeah, the whole opposite spectrum, and you still found one that knew.
Yeah, that was crazy right there.
Yeah. You wanted her to check your heartbeat after that?
Sure, why not? Like, oh, go ahead. Hey, that was fun. The last stories with that one there.
You thought that shit only happened out here?
Yeah. So okay. So dating scenes always rough. I could imagine like in Houston probably a little better. I guess you get more. They got a lot more people, more options. You could say, you know what I mean. What brings me to the next question? Okay, do you think the dating apps and social media made it difficult to date?
To take relationships seriously, yeah.
Yeah, because everybody's like, you could just throw you away easily and ghost you.
Yeah, like you can be like real cool with somebody and think you're just like A1, and like something happens or they just don't like something. They're like, man, fuck that. Like, I'll go to the next bitch. And like 2 days later, they're like with somebody else. It's
I just try to stab him. That's all. I don't know what.
Yeah, like most people, like I think they don't even want relationships nowadays. You know what I mean? Like you don't get the normal like, oh, let's go on a date. Like it's like, when are we gonna chill? Huh?
Yeah.
It's like, I don't want to fucking chill. Yeah. Like just take me out on a date. Like get to know me. Don't just want to, hey, you want to chill? Yeah. And I don't know if you're a killer or a stalker. I mean, I don't want.
Yeah. So I guess if you meet somebody in like dating app, I guess best thing to do is kind of try to weed them out. Even if you want to meet them up.
Well, I mean, I just don't even do it, honestly. Because, I mean, if you're meeting up, like, on social media or trying to find something real on social media, like, it's not going to be real from the jump. You know what I mean? I guess in my opinion. Yeah. Like, I think I've always dated people that I've already met. Because I'm not a, oh, you look hot type of person. I don't have a type. I'm one of those, like, man, let's hang out. Like, and if we vibe, like, that's my shit. Mm-hmm. Like, I love vibing with somebody, especially, like, when you don't even have to have a conversation and you already know, like, what the other person's thinking. Like, that's awesome to me. Like, that's what gets me. Yeah. I can feel that. How are you going to do that on social media? I don't know.
Well, I guess you have to get to know the person. Yeah. But usually if I meet somebody there and if I really, really want to meet them sometimes. Yeah. I guess I would want to really like FaceTime them and stuff like that. Just to see
if how they're like really the person that you're talking to. Really the
person, and then also just get through all the BS filters and shit. Yeah. With the filters, you don't know how they really look.
Dude, because really, like, you'll meet some people like online and like you'll see them in person and be like, yeah, you don't look the same, like kind of off. It's different. Like there was this one guy that like wanted to talk to me for a long time, and when I met him in person, I was like, you're kind of weird. Like
that's kind of weird. If usually it'll be the other way around. I would guess.
It wasn't that he looked different. I guess it was like I thought he was going to be a lot more calm and like chill, but he was just like really pushy. Like it was just weird. Yeah.
He came out too desperate and shit like that. Probably.
Yeah. Like
that's a big turnoff right there.
Yeah, be secure in yourself.
Even as a guy, I want to say if a girl's really like, come on, do it. You get bad vibes. You know what I mean?
That's why I say. I mean, I kind of rather get to know somebody like face to face versus trying to find somebody on social media because it's just social media.
Yeah, social media. Well, not so or dating apps, or whatever. Because dating, you know, what I mean, it's just because.
I don't do the dating apps, man.
I mean, a guy, you know. Scroll all day and you might maybe get one like back. Yeah.
Is that how, okay, because I've heard like Tinder's like you swipe left or right, like if you like the person or some shit. Yeah. I don't do so like dating apps. So like that's why I'm like
So yeah, Tinder, you if you like them, or any dating app really. Yeah. Swipe right, you like them. Swipe left if you don't like them. Yeah. Whatever.
I had that little top of the app for Facebook that says like the dating part. I was like, when the fuck did that shit pop up? I was like, man, fuck that. Nope. I was like, no, thank you. Not no, but hell to the nah.
I think I checked that out like a long time ago, like maybe like years ago.
Yeah, I don't even want to click on it, dude. Like I don't even want that option to be available.
Sometimes you're curious, like, you know what? Let's see who's on here. You know what I mean?
I don't give a fuck. I just want to stay away from people. Like, If that, I guess. I want something that's honest. You know what I mean? Like, I want somebody that's like legit about me. And like, I don't think that social media or dating apps is something serious. I think that's more like I'm looking for a hookup or looking who looks sexy. Like, that's not real. That doesn't tell you like what kind of person they are. That doesn't tell you like how they're gonna treat you or what type of man, woman they are. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
It's more like, oh, I'm gonna look at your physical and like that's what I want you for.
Yeah. I mean, we got really a short attention span.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It is pretty sad right now. I think goldfish got longer attention span than humans right now.
I'm sure they do, dude. Anything, they can't do shit
sad.
without their phones.
Yeah.
Nothing.
That's sad right now.
I'm gonna go tell a kid, hey, go camping. Can you start a fire? No, let me go press on YouTube and find out. Sad.
Yeah, but every once in a while I jump on dating apps. Just check out for a little while, and then I get bored and I'll just delete that shit.
Yeah.
You know? And
Is it interesting for you?
Not really.
No.
Most of the time, most of the time in reality, well, back in the days, I think when you were able to get, when it first came out, you get unlimited likes and shit like that.
Yeah.
But now you have to pay for everything, all this stuff, and like, man, I think I'm about to pay for that shit.
Yeah. You're like, no, I'm not gonna fucking pay to like tell you I like you. Like,
Yeah.
You
now,
get
I think I
so
did it
many
when
matches a day.
I did it what I call it when I was traveling a lot, you know, because I was going to different cities all over. So I was like, okay, I'll get bored and shit. Because I was there by myself, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, okay, let me see who's here.
Is it different in other cities? Like, it'll pop up according to your location?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Neat. Oh, that's how you found them ladies, huh?
Mm-hmm. And then I know Tinder has a thing called Passport, whatever. So and Passport where you could actually put yourself at that location. So let's say if I was going to San Francisco, let's say. If I was gonna go there next week, I could put myself there now
and to like check out your options.
Yeah, check out see if I could match up with somebody, and that way I could set up a date for that week or whatever.
You might find your wife on there.
I mean, there has been stories that happen, but the probability of that is pretty very low.
Yeah. I wonder like how many people like actually have testimonials to that stuff. Like, oh my gosh, we met on this dating app and it worked out. We grew old together.
Yeah. It's, like I said, it's very low probability right there. Very
most
low.
Definitely. Hookups, it's completely different though.
Yeah, that's pretty much.
What's the probability you're getting laid today? I'm just kidding.
I'm saying for a guy it's still difficult, for a girl it's always gonna be easy.
Yeah, I think it's always been like that.
It's always gonna be easy for a girl.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Most definitely.
Okay. Here's the next question I was going to ask you. Okay. What do you think makes a man a masculine man?
Dude, handle your business, man. Like, work, take care of your family. Like, not even if you have a girl or like anything else, like establish yourself. Like, know what you want to do in life and carry yourself as so. Like, I don't think video games determines how much of a man you are.
Yeah, no,
stuff like that.
So basically, you need like an escape sometimes.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So
exactly. Like I think everybody has their own hobbies and stuff. It doesn't make you like a childlike man or anything like that. But it's how you handle your business, really. Like,
as long as you don't let it take your like, you know what I mean? You don't want to just go home and just play video games all day and night.
Yeah,
and then the weekend as well too.
Yeah.
Because then what are you doing with your life? Nothing,
yeah,
you know?
like have goals for yourself. Set things that you actually want to do and accomplish. I think that's, to me, what makes a man is like be, you know, I guess you would say like established in what you want to do. Yeah. And like be certain about it, you know?
Yeah. I also think that you need to be strong as a man as well, too, physically, because just if you're going to be with a girl or anything, you need to be able to protect them, you know, especially if you have a family too. You know?
I don't know, man. I'm a ninja. I might protect myself.
Yeah. I gotta stop.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, even if like, I don't even really think like being muscular or being strong.
I'm not saying muscular and stuff. I'm just being like being able to take. Man. Yeah, you don't want a weak man. You know, fragile and shit. You still want to be kind of strong, just strong physically, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
At least stronger than a girl.
Not just that, but you also can't be like a little chicken shit.
Exactly.
Yeah, you got to be able to like, okay, babes, I got you. Don't worry.
Exactly.
I'll protect you.
And probably financially competent. I won't say like know financially what's going on in the world.
Yeah, I don't think even like being super rich or super poor, like know what your limits are. Like, don't spend out of your budget. Like, that's what I mean. Like, just being able to, like, know yourself well enough to, like, don't go out of your realms. Like, be able to afford the things that you want to do, provide for yourself, stuff like that. Like, if you can be established as a man by yourself, then you can take care of a family. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I think that's why I say, like, it really just depends on you. You know, how you carry yourself, what kind of job you do, if you're financially responsible for yourself. In turn, it fucking makes you a good man. You know?
Like I said, I was telling these to my friends, you know what I mean? You want to be the type of guy who, like, say what you mean what you say.
Yeah. Word is bond, dude. Anybody can say anything.
Yeah, but at the same time, you always got to look at their action as well, too. Because anybody could just talk, but can they really walk the walk? You know?
And be like the guys that are like, oh, man, I don't cheat. I ain't them other guys. But then they turn out to be like them other guys.
In reality, that's the sad part. You know what I mean? Because if you say you're not that type of guy, you should hold to your word, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Especially if you're with somebody.
Exactly. Yeah, I get the shit into the stick all the time, but I'll be all right.
Okay, so the next question is going to be, might be a little tough one here for you. From a scale from 1 to 10, what do you rate yourself and why?
Ooh. I want to say like a 6, maybe 6 or 7. I wouldn't give myself a 10 because, man, there's some bad bitches out there, man. Oh, man. Like, I like women, too, so, like, I'll be checking them out, too, and, man, they still got some bad motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Like, really good-looking women. I say, like, I don't know, like, as growing up, like, I was a big old tomboy, and I wasn't, like, the prettiest girl.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe it was just in my head that it was like I wasn't always like the prettiest one out there. So like now as I've gotten older and like people are like, man, you're a really good looking chick. It kind of throws me off still, you know, because I'm not used to that. I'm used to like being like the little ugly duckling and like now finally seeing me in my body and everybody's like, damn, like you're bad. Like I get a lot of girls that are like, you got a nice ass body. I'm like, oh, thanks. I didn't know that, but thanks.
No. You want to touch? You go ahead.
Yeah, really on the cool, like, I get a lot of girls like, your boobs are real? I'm like, yeah. They're like, your butt's real? Like, you never got surgery? I was like, no.
Go ahead, touch it. Go ahead.
I was like, touch it, baby, touch it. You can, like, manhandle these bad boys. They're not going to explode on you.
Yeah. And like I was telling my friends, like, generally, most people are like, you know, average. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're like a 5, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
4, 5, 6, and that's okay. You know what I mean? At the end, it does matter about the personality.
Yeah.
Because with personality, that girl might become a 8 or 9. You know what I mean? And
big time.
Yeah, and like I said, there's no perfect 10 out there.
Yeah.
Unless it's for that person's eyes, because everybody has their type. You know
exactly. Like everybody's type's different and stuff.
Yeah, and,
like,
that's okay, you know.
I have had like some of like my mom says like I have horrible taste in guys. Like as far as like physically,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, dude, that's gonna change either way. I mean, but the type of person that they are, like. That's what I like.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's why I don't have really, like, a type. Because, like, your physical can change from one day to the other.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're not going to look like this in 10 years. do you look the same?
I am. Trust me, I do.
No,
yes.
Did you look the same as you did 10 years ago?
Yes. A lot of people told me
that. What about
that.
20 years ago? Because
I actually got better looking.
Yeah,
since 20 years
like,
ago.
you lost a lot of weight. I mean, but you did that because you wanted to. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
exactly.
Like, it's not the same thing. That's why I say if your physical can change, but the type of person you are is always going to carry on with you.
I want to make a challenge to everybody out there. You know how they're doing a 10-year challenge?
Yeah.
How about a 20-year challenge?
Yeah, dude. Dude, my 20-year challenge, like, I was really big, believe it or not. Like, when I was, like, from 13 to, like, 16, 17, like, I got chunky. Like, I was big. Like, I have like a couple of pictures from when I was young. Like people are like, no, that's not you. I was like, yeah, dude. Like I lost weight because I wanted to though. Like I just had some stuff that happened to me and like I secluded myself and I got focused like on my weight and wanting to do better. Dude, the bleachers were killers. But it helped me lose weight and like I've just kept it off since then.
Yeah, that's good. No, yeah. The bleachers cool. Yeah, they're killer right there.
They're like my favorite though.
Oh no, they're good. I remember for a while there I was going to a Nearland track over there, and they had the bleacher right there.
Yes.
And I was doing that for a while.
Yeah.
In the morning, then when I get done with that, I'll just pig out.
Yeah.
Because I was fucking starving.
Gains.
Yeah, so pretty much that's what I'll tell everybody. Like, I think everybody's pretty much average.
Yeah.
Have a good personality.
Yeah. Be sweet
And
to
sometimes
people.
in reality, man, sometimes if I had the opportunity to even date a girl who I thought was an 8 or 9, like really beautiful out there, I might be kind of worried because you have to worry about her like from all the other guys. You know what I mean? Like, fuck, man,
I think that's like even with like the guys, like sometimes if they look good, they tend to be players because they get that attention from girls, especially like the big bulky ones.
Yeah.
They're like, oh yeah, I get the girls here. Like, you don't want to date somebody that's like super attractive because then you're gonna be constantly like, all right, what are they doing behind my back? Like, who is their attention going to? Or
okay, so the next question I was gonna ask you is, you used to work at the plant, right?
Yeah, I still do.
You still do? Okay. So how is that working as a female at the plant?
I started doing it after I had my daughter because like I have 3 little ones that I gotta worry about, and just like a regular job is not gonna cut the bills. So like I started, working in the plants. I started off as a scaffold builder.
Okay.
I'm a multi-trade now, so I do boiler making too and pipe fitting.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so
I got multi-talented girl here.
Hey man, you got to.
Yeah.
You have to. I mean, learning different trades. Piping. Yeah. Well, the singing's like a hobby, and in order for me to do my singing, like I have to make money otherwise.
Yeah.
And like I don't want to be one of those moms that like just lives paycheck to paycheck. Like I want my kids to be able to travel with me. I want them to be like, man, mom took us here when we were young and stuff like that. And I have done that with them, which is awesome. Like they miss like being able to go to Houston and San Antonio, and we just go for the weekend and get a hotel room. We'd go do like whatever was around town to do, and man, they still love doing that. Like that's one of their favorite things to do.
Yeah, traveling wise, I think is always good. Because I think that's what like all my dad's side of the family still lives in San Francisco, so I always take my son out there every once in a while. We were supposed to go this past year, but my dad he decided to go to El Salvador.
Yeah.
So like, okay, we'll wait till another time.
Year.
Yeah, but we are going to. I'm taking my son here to El Salvador in April. Awesome. So it's like I haven't been there 20 years, so I'm very excited.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's gonna be a good time.
Which is good because like he gets to see a different part of the world versus just seeing this area and being like in tune with just this place. Like there's so much more like
and especially just in the United States. But you go anywhere to the United States and they're almost kind of the same thing, you know.
Yeah.
I mean? When you go to a different country, it's
different.
Yeah, it's different.
When I went to Tennessee. Like, oh my gosh, I love it out there because I went to Gatlinburg, and they have the mountains and they have like streams and waterfalls. Dude, when I tell you it's gorgeous out there, it's gorgeous.
I was there. I was in Nashville for a while, and then also Chattanooga.
Yeah.
I went there.
Oh, so you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like, it's beautiful.
I went to the Chattanooga had this thing called the Ruby Falls. And I went. It's like a fall underneath the cave or whatever. Ooh, so I was able to go on that. I did that, and then they say you guys are very lucky because they had a good amount of water coming down. Yeah. And usually it's not like that.
See, you got lucky, huh?
Exactly, yeah. Very lucky. But how about like, since you're a girl, you get a lot of attention, I'm guessing, from guys at the plant.
I think any girl working at the plant gets a lot of attention because we're so scarce out there. Like, it's very rare that you'll find like a girl that like works and actually does a good job. Like I said, I started off as a helper doing scaffolds, and I moved up to like a lead man, and even I was a foreman once. Overnight crew, but I mean, it really was. I was their foreman for like maybe like 4 or 5 months, but because I was on night shift, like I missed my kids and stuff, and I kind of like let it go to somebody else. But just it's different for a girl. Like a lot of guys, some women like will have a lot of guys helping them out. Like they won't let girls like pick up certain, foot-wise like boards and stuff.
Yeah.
Like I didn't care, dude. Like I'm all out there. I'm like, give me that shit. Like I'm carrying 2 legs at a time, building scaffolds. I was up in the air, stabbing legs, and they're like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with you? I'm like, dude, I just like doing it. It's all to me, it's how you view things. So, like, I looked at it like me working out. Like, that was my 8-hour workout for the day, is being able to lift up heavy legs and boards and stuff.
Shit, probably nowadays, guys thinking, is that really a girl? Is that a girl? Is she trans?
I get usually, like, I'll get man, she ain't no lead, man. Like, because I'm small, I'm like 5 feet even. Like, I'm like 100. Now I'm 155 pounds. Yeah, nothing but booty. But everybody just looks at me. They're like, man, that girl does not know how to fucking build. And like, I'll sit there for a little bit. I'll let them talk their shit. And then I'll go and I'll start building. And they're like, you're bad motherfucker. I'm like, I know, right? Like, isn't it cool?
And then I bet also you got a lot of attention from guys because, like you said, girls are very scarce over there.
Yeah.
So the guys probably think, oh, look, fresh meat coming in.
Yeah. Like, it's funny because, like, after working there for a while, like, for instance, I was at Motiva for a while, and, like, there was a lot of guys that I was really cool with. So we'd sit there, like, during lunch, and they're like, yeah, man, there's this bad bitch. Did you see her yet? I'm like, listening to their conversation, they're like, oh, the one with the black hair? Yeah, I saw her, man. What about the one with the short one? You see her? Man, she's bad. And I get to go and start looking. I look at the girl. I'm like, what? Like, the bitch is not cute.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, the girls there, I mean, you could be probably a 3 or 4, and you gonna at the plant, you're going to look like a 7 or 8 at the plant.
Dude, I can only imagine if the world really ends and the women and the men become scarce, like, what they actually think is what they're going to go for. I don't know. To me, that's weird. Mm-hmm. I'm like, dude, that bitch is ugly.
Yeah.
But hey, to each their own. I mean, the majority of them, like, will just have a fat ass, and that's what makes them attractive. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Just,
I love the booty.
it's pretty much for eye candy out there, you know?
Yeah.
It's something to look at other than, you don't want, as a guy, you don't want to be looking at other guys' ass like that.
Yeah. You do get a lot of girls, like, you have to have, like, I get a lot of guys be like, you think her ass is real? I'm like, I don't know, man. Does the thighs match the booty? Mm-hmm. So we get a lot of that, like a lot of girls that have their bodies done and stuff, which I personally don't think it matters. You know what I mean? Like, because of social media and stuff like that, like, yeah, a lot of people, like, just care more about their bodies and what they look like versus being content with, you know, what they have.
Yeah. I want to say, as long as you keep it proportional,
yeah,
you're good. It's when you're like, you got like chicken legs or whatever, and you know, like a big booty right there. Like, no.
Like, we know that's not real.
Yeah.
Like, the legs do not match the ass.
Yeah, it's like, me, if you're proportionate, you're good.
Yeah.
Once it leaves there, like, no, come on. Don't lie.
Yeah. I get a lot of people that ask me sometimes, they're like, you ain't never had work done? Like, your booty's real? Like, it's real.
You
like,
could tell by the thighs and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, it's some of them you could actually. It looks weird if they had the butt made or whatever.
Yeah.
They look like they have a dapper butt. I want to call it.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
We had this one. She was real petite, like me, and like you could tell her ass was done.
Yeah.
It was just like her legs did not match like her butt at all, and she was like this big around. I'm like, dude.
Yeah.
I was like, there's no fucking way.
You shouldn't have done it.
Yeah.
You should have just done more squats.
Yeah.
That's all.
Well, I mean, it's really all in your diet too. Like, especially like with your flat bellies. I think that's what gives it off to me. Is like how flat their bellies actually are.
Yeah.
Because a lot of them, what they'll do is do that fat transfer, and like that's how I can tell if their stomach is like fucking super flat and they got a big old fat ass. I'm like, oh yeah, you got that shit done.
Oh, that's how you can tell.
I can tell like that.
Oh, I didn't even.
You never even thought about that, huh?
Hell no, I didn't.
Yeah. From here on out, look at their bellies. Like, you'll see the difference because their stomachs will be like real like small and then a big old butt. Yeah. That's usually how I can tell.
You can imagine like maybe 500 years from now when they start digging up people's graves and stuff like that and start seeing girls with, what's the silicone stuff right there, you know?
I mean, not just that, but can you imagine in 500 years, like how much different the world's going to be too?
Oh, yeah.
Because it's going to be way more advanced.
If we're still here. We don't know, you know.
See?
With AI coming out, all the news and stuff like that, what's going on right now?
Dude, the freaking robots are going to take over.
AI, yeah.
Did you take your COVID shot?
Hell no.
Me neither.
I didn't trust that shit.
Yeah.
Once the government tries to push something, like, nah,
and it's crazy because, like, there's certain things that people still don't have the cure for, but you can find a cure for COVID like that. Like,
yeah, I was like, and it was so crazy. Some of the backlash.
Yeah.
If you didn't go get it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I have friends that, you know what I mean? Oh, you didn't get the COVID shot?
Oh, you're not going to be able to go on an airplane.
Oh, no, not just that, but me and my other friends don't feel safe if you come over because you didn't have to get the shot or whatever.
Really?
Yeah, and it's like, in reality, I'm very data driven. I like looking at stats and stuff like that. And when I was looking at the stats of the COVID, I was like, no, the people who are dying from this or people who are
getting the shots.
No, not people who are obese and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So if you got it, if you didn't take care of yourself, what it did, it probably made it decreases your lifespan.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, and I took care of myself, so I was like, I wasn't worried about that.
It's like all in like how you take care of yourself, the vitamins you have. I had a friend of mine that passed away from it. She was really young.
And it happens, you know what I mean? And it can happen. You know, there always going to be some specific... People die from the flu.
Yeah. It happens all the time. That's kind of how I was looking at it, too. It's like just like a more advanced level of like the flu.
Yeah.
So...
And somehow... The flu, when COVID was around, the flu magically went away. You
didn't
hear nothing about
nothing
the flu.
about a flu. Everybody had COVID.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like even with the pneumonia, like I think I went to the hospital because like there was one time where I couldn't breathe and stuff. Like I was having a harder time, and I was pretty sure I didn't have COVID. And when I went to the hospital, they were like, no, like you have kind of like a small case of pneumonia, but go get tested. As soon as I got tested, they were like, oh, you got COVID.
Yeah.
Dude.
I remember back in December 2019, I remember because came down with something. Yeah. And it hit me hard. And usually that was like the first time I got hit hard with something. Not hard, but it affected me like something like, man, what the hell is this? You know what I mean? And for me, I was really like, I wasn't sick for like almost 10 years or whatever. I rarely get sick. So for me to get that like feeling bad, I wasn't like sick.
It was different.
Yeah, I felt it. It kind of drained my energy. Yeah. So I felt that, you know what I mean? But I got over it within like maybe a few days or whatever. Yeah. So I'm like, damn, what was that? Whatever. Then come March, that's when COVID hit and stuff. Which luckily I was able, when I was traveling all the time, I was in Los Angeles. So I was able to do all this traveling stuff. But even during COVID, when everything was shut down, I was still traveling. Because since my job was essential, I was able to travel, you know?
Yeah, I kept my job the majority of COVID too, which is good. Like I ended up getting laid off. I think maybe like 5 months into it, or like, because a lot of people weren't working still. Then, and they were still getting like their unemployment, like stacked up unemployment.
I got laid off twice.
And still got your job back?
Well, I got laid off that one job when I was in Birmingham. Yeah. And then, I was like, I didn't have no work, but I was getting unemployment and stuff for like 3 or 4 months or whatever. Yeah. So I was having a ball. I was just going out doing whatever I want to do. And it was my friend's wedding bachelor party. So we're busy doing that as well too. So I was having a great time.
Well, at least you had fun because a lot of people were just stuck at home getting all depressed and shit.
Yeah. And then I got a previous job, and I was just traveling where I was in that location for like 2 or 3 months at a time.
Oh, that's badass.
Yeah, I was like at Little Rock for like 3 months, Chicago for 3 months.
Dude, and it's nothing but desert out there too.
Where?
In Little Rock?
No, Little Rock?
No, it's up north. Never mind.
Yeah, Arkansas.
I was thinking Arizona.
Yeah. And then I was like a Malibu area for like 2 or 3 months. Yeah. So it was crazy over there because per diem.
Crazy.
Actually, per diem was like $270 per day.
What?
Per day.
I think the most I made in per diem was like $200 a day, and we were like in West Texas in Fort Stockton. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was like the job was like 30 minutes north of Fort Stockton, and they were paying. They paid me like $30 and $200. Yeah, dude, made some fucking bread right before Christmas, man.
Yeah. So me and my coworkers, since we had worked already a couple of sites, and our lead he was pretty cool with us. You know what I mean? Because he's like, damn, you guys are really good, whatever. And he was like our age, young. You know what I mean? Yeah. And he said, yeah, you guys would just want to rent out like Airbnb or whatever, save some money, you know, because we're all staying separately at
hotels or different houses.
Staying in our apartments or whatever. Yeah. So they're like, fuck yeah. So we end up getting a Airbnb house at Ventura. Nice little spot. Fucking the house was a 4-bedroom, up in the hill. Oh. Bedrooms, nice, good size, 2 bathrooms.
You didn't have to worry about nothing really too big because it was all there.
And we were saving money as well too, you know.
See, it's better when you do shit together, man.
I'm telling you, I was having a great time with that. But then, like I said, COVID was still following. Yeah. And it ended up just hurting a lot of people, really. Yeah. It was funny because actually, I believe I was supposed to be let go before Christmas or during like a couple of days before Christmas because the boss of the company calls me. One day, you know what I mean? And I was like, man, what I'm getting this call. I'm like, I'm gonna pick it up. Hello? Yeah, it's just so-and-so. It's like, yeah. Hey, this is the owner, whatever. And he said, well, I call it. Oh, what are you doing right now? Oh, I'm over here at this location. We're still working. Yeah. Oh, you still working in that location? Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, I just want to tell you Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's and stuff, blah, 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 and all that stuff. And I was like, that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
So I went to go talk to our lead. He said, man, I think he was going to let you go. He just didn't realize that you were still working, you know?
Yeah.
They're like, ooh, I dodged a bullet.
Yeah.
So
Kept your job for a little longer.
Yeah, maybe for another month or whatever. So like,
hey, milk that motherfucker.
Yeah, I was.
Milk it.
Because like I said, the per diem, we were making more in our per diem compared to our check, you know?
Yeah, which is awesome too.
Yeah.
That's like my favorite part when you do get per diem. Like, man, that shit comes in handy.
Yeah, and then they had the food truck coming, like a breakfast and the fucking lunch as well.
Oh, yeah. Fuck making dinner for yourself, dude. You can fucking go and get something and not have to worry about it.
No, the food truck they had come out there, their lunch, man, they had like a tortas or burritos. It'd be like $10 this big.
Dude, I would have gained some weight, man.
What I would do, I would just eat half of it.
Yeah, and save the rest for later.
Yep.
Midnight snack.
Especially what I call it. I mean, you're working per diem, so you try to save money as much as possible. So like,
exactly.
I was cutting costs everywhere.
I think that's my favorite part of the plants is like being able to like make decent money to be able to provide.
Yeah.
You know, and like any other job, especially in this area, is like just it's not enough. Like you won't have like the type of life that you want.
Yeah.
Or at least for me, like I need to work in the plants because if not, then I'm not gonna be able to afford shit.
Yeah.
I'm living paycheck to paycheck, and I'm about that life.
Yeah. So the other question I was gonna ask you, so you do aspiring singer, you're an aspiring singer.
Yep.
On the side. You work full time pretty much at the plants and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You do any other things on the side?
I used to have an OnlyFans.
You used to, or you still have? Or
I don't have that OnlyFans anymore. I do still sell like content and stuff, like if asked.
If asked, okay.
Yeah, it's kind of like if I don't work and stuff like that, that's usually when I'll tend to do, mostly because like I don't have money saved up and stuff like that. So, you know, hey, it helps out with, you know.
And what like made you do that? You know what I mean? Or just like you just okay, I just need the extra cash.
Like honestly, like I'm just really comfortable with my body. Like I don't. Like I'm decent looking, I guess. I have a nice body, and I always got people like to ask me to sell content and stuff, and I was like, nah. Like I just didn't want to put myself out there like that. But at the end of the day, like when I did go a long period without working and I needed the money, that's when I started doing it.
Oh, okay.
Mostly because I needed the funds. I needed to pay bills and stuff. It wasn't because I was like, oh, I'm going to slut it out, bruh.
Yeah.
It was more so like I needed to. It was a necessity and stuff. So, and it really came like in clutch, like big time. So.
Yeah. And will you suggest like other girls to try that out if they wanted to, or if they were comfortable?
Like, for sure. Like if you're comfortable doing it, like go for it. Like not everybody's comfortable with their bodies or like happy with it, but if you're happy with your body and stuff, like go for it, man. Like it really makes good money, honestly. Like I think my first month I made like over $2,000.
Oh, that's not bad. And you're starting off right there.
And that was like my first month doing it. Like
I'm telling you, they have girls who's just fucking banking.
Yeah.
Like tens of thousands of dollars a month.
Dude, not even just like on bodies, like even foot pics and stuff like that. Like I tell girls all the time, like you don't have to put your face on there.
Yeah, or in reality, OnlyFans doesn't just mean just sell nudes or whatever. It's actually
like any kind of fetishes.
Anything. You could, I think, bake cookies or something like stuff like that, or show me how to bake cookies.
I think,
but it's a niche where you could do anything on there. But a lot of people from the industry or news and stuff like that just kind of gravitated to that.
Yeah, I think everybody has that thing like, oh, you have OnlyFans? Oh, you sell nudes? Like, dude, what if I sell feet pics? Like, a lot of people like feet. That's what they get off to. Like, I get asked all the time. They're like, well, do you think it's weird if, like, I want to buy your underwear? I'm like, no. I mean, it would be weird if you didn't have a fetish, but everybody's different. Like, people like different shit.
The guys will probably make sure you wear your underwear for
fucking go and fucking slide it on a cow's ass or some shit.
Pee on it, poop on it, whatever. I don't care. Just send it over.
Be like, oh, it smells like poopy.
I think it's somebody on eBay was selling stuff like that on eBay. Like,
they have a website for that too. Like I looked it up because I was gonna sell some underwear and I'm like, man, how much do I sell this shit for? So I'm like Googling, I'm like, how much does underwear sell for? It's like between like $15 and $30 a pair. Yeah. Dude, yeah.
That's crazy right there.
They have a specific website that sells used underwear.
Do the price go higher if it's Victoria's Secret underwear?
Ooh, I didn't look that up. I need to though. Be like, extra lace, baby. Mm-hmm. What if they have like extra juice on them?
Well, I think one girl, I remember heard that she was doing it so much that she couldn't produce that much more juice, so she had to do like some type of spray or whatever.
Really?
Yeah, that's a long time. I read. It was on like a show on TV or whatever. It's a long time ago.
I didn't know you can run out of your anyways. Dude, good
Yeah, but
man.
everybody got fetishes, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But here's the question: what if it's a guy selling feet pic? Do you think they could make money off of it?
I'm sure
Do
they
you think
could.
this?
I mean, I think girls are a little more reserved in regards to like their fetishes.
Well, I want to say if you're a guy selling feet pic, I don't think the majority of the people buying it can be girls. I don't want to say it's
Yeah, it
gonna
would be
be
like
guys.
another guy.
Yeah.
You'd be like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Did you see his feet?
Shit.
Like, it wouldn't be like a girl. That's why I said, like, I don't think girls are like really in that aspect of like sexualization and stuff. Like, even though girls do like to get their ass done and their boobs done and be overly sexualized, like, they still have some women that like look down on that shit. Like, oh, I'm not sexual. Like, oh, I don't like fetishes. Like, they're real reserved. You know what I mean? In that aspect of like the women and how we have evolved per se, like a lot of girls are still really reserved and not really open. I don't think, because I'm a really open girl.
Yeah.
Like, I don't give a fuck.
maybe they're open, but maybe just open. They just want to be open to
To certain people,
a certain person
Yeah.
or whatever. You know what I mean? Who knows? They might be saving themselves for that one person.
Yeah, and I think that like with women, like we still believe in that true love aspect, or like soulmates, and like that one true love. You know, we always get soul dreams. You know, so with which men, it's different. You know,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, we were born different, pretty
Yeah.
much. You know what I mean?
for a reason.
Yeah, I mean, God made us that way. You know what I mean? He made man to try to produce as much as we can,
Yeah,
and it's the women's job to
be able to like bow down and like
pick the right guy, pretty
Yeah.
much. You know what I mean?
yeah. In this day and age, good luck.
Yeah, it's just so much crazy stuff going out there. You know what I mean? It's kind of funny with like not funny, but kind of weird, like the music industry, how
Yeah.
they try to sexualize everything. You know what I mean? Or
Yeah.
make everything, especially now demon wise. You know what I mean? If you start seeing like more of the videos and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, like Doja Cat and stuff like that. See, like I like Doja Cat. Like when she first started doing music, like I don't know if you like look at the progression. Like even with SZA, I think SZA used to make amazing music. Like if you listen to her albums before she got really big, dude, she has amazing music and she's a beautiful chick. But now that she's made it into the industry, like it's different. You know, it's her music. You could tell the difference.
Yeah.
Like even with Doja too.
Yeah, she probably bought sold or whatever. Sold or
They-
sold. Probably.
Yeah, Illuminati.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, but sometimes what's that girl's name? And during the Super Bowl, she was with Taylor Swift.
Oh, Taylor, is it Taylor Swift?
No,
Oh,
not
she
her.
was with her?
Yeah, she was with her. It's some other chick with her. But they panned off to that chick, and then she started doing some type of demon sign or whatever. It's like, yeah, she probably sold her soul.
Yeah. I think a lot of that stuff too is like so made up. Like, what is it? Like people look at like a video game or something like that and like, oh, that's like promoting demonization. Like it's all how you view things. Like, you know, if you have a negative view about it, like that's what's going to come to you. But it's like I highly believe in energies.
Yeah.
So like if you surround yourself around positive energy, if you speak positively, you speak everything into existence. You're around negativity, you're gonna be negative all the fucking time. Like how can you expect something to be positive when you're always negative?
Yeah, if you're looking for it,
Yeah.
that's what you're gonna find.
Exactly. So like I think if like a lot of people like, oh, this is from the demon, like yeah, some stuff is, and you can tell like it's evil, but you yourself should be able to differentiate between what's evil and what's godlike. So it's all everybody's different.
Yeah. I was gonna say going back to OnlyFans and stuff like that. So have you seen these AIs girls?
No.
Oh yeah,
AI girls?
AI girls. Like they're fake girls, but they're they're AI. You know what I mean? Created by AI.
Dude, you're teaching me a lot of shit today,
Oh,
man. I
okay.
had no idea about this shit.
Yeah, so I believe that a lot of people believe that AI girls are gonna just take over OnlyFans because everybody's so fixated to
Yeah.
have the perfect body and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
in reality, not all girls gonna be perfect. You know? What I mean?
Yeah. But that goes back to like even girls like that do plastic surgery to their bodies. We're so influenced into like what's popular and what's, you know, of this culture and stuff. Like, just be happy being yourself.
Yeah.
Like, just your uniqueness itself is what's popping. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm a crazy ass bitch, but shit, I feel good about myself.
That's the thing is too. You know, what I mean, I think some girls don't know what men really want. You know, what I mean? I think they want really deep down, they want a natural looking girl, pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, light makeup here and there, you know, but just don't overdo it. You know?
Yeah, they got a lot of girls that like will, even in the plants, dude. Like, why are you wearing makeup? Like, dude, we're working in a plant. You're gonna sweat that shit out.
Yeah,
like, don't do it.
Right now, you're wasting money right now, pretty much.
But a lot of, like I said, you know, a lot of women are like very self-conscious, or they don't feel good about themselves, and it all has to do with, you know, what they grew up around, like people making fun of them, or they didn't think they were good enough for somebody, or somebody cheating on them. You know, you don't realize how much a person is affected by somebody else's actions until you see the way they grow up and their insecurities or what they're not secure in. Yeah, like. I'm okay now.
And then another thing is that, you know, putting all that chemical on your face and stuff like that, or on your body. Yeah. You know, I think that's probably causing a lot of girls cancer. You know what I mean?
Really?
Yeah, I believe so. You know, because it's chemicals and stuff like that.
See, I can't wear makeup. Like, the stuff on my face, like, I have really big pores. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you could tell. But, like, it clogs my shit up. So I can't wear, like, foundation and stuff like other girls. Like, I can't cake my shit on. Yeah. Because as soon as I take that off, I'm going to have pimples galore on me. Yeah. Like, I have really oily skin. Yeah. That shit's just going to suck all that nastiness in. I can't wear it.
That's what I'm saying. It's not, I don't think it's good to, especially like you said, when they kick it on, whatever. Yeah. It's pretty bad when you see the hard line right there. Like, man, you can't fade it.
Like, why isn't it the same color? Yeah, this girl I was locked up with, dude. I'm sorry. This girl I was locked up with, like, she was my little bunkie, so she, like, slept in the bed behind me, and she showed me her mugshot. Dude, it was bad, because how you said the blending? Yeah. She did not blend that shit. The bitch was, like, white right here, and, like, it was orange all around. Bro, she was like, I did not know that's what I looked like when I walked out my house, like, until I saw that mugshot, and I was like, what the fuck, bitch, blend. Dude, it was awesome. She looked like a fucking clown. And she was a beautiful chick, but dude, from that picture, I was like, bitch, don't do that again.
Yeah, and I don't know, and then like, as what I told you, know what I mean, as a guy, you want to see what you're going to wake up to the next day, you know what I mean? You're like, damn, you don't want to see that face on the pillow, you know?
Yeah, but you also don't want to be like waking up to like a, what the fuck?
Exactly.
So, I don't know. It's a pro and con to everything. Yeah. That's why I say you got to like the person you're with, whether, you know, not just physically, but like as a person.
Oh, yeah, yeah. You got to enjoy each other's time. Yeah. Have some kind of common interest. Yeah. You know what I mean? I think that goes a long ways, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I hate like being with somebody and like you guys have nothing to talk about. Like, why are y'all together? Like, you know, get to know each other. Like, make sure you vibe with them. Yeah. It makes a relationship so much better. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So, any more last thoughts, you think?
Thank you for having me.
Oh, really no, thank you for coming. No, it was fun. It was fun.
I had fun.
Yeah. All right, guys. You guys know what to do. If you guys like, comment, subscribe, and like the video as well, too.
Yeah,
let me know.
Out too.
Yeah, check her out. I'll leave her links or whatever down below. So that way you guys go check her out. Maybe you guys go DM her, and then I say, get some more content right there. Like, mommy needs dinero.
Well, if you want, I mean, hey, it's available.
Or you just should throw it to her, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'd be like, hey, you got any content for sale? Got you.
Or even free, just throw her your money. You know what
I mean? Not free. What do you mean?
No, just throw you the money.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Show me dinero.
All right. Peace out, guys.
Bye.